Sean's got sources. Inform me, Tiki, and the audience this exclusive inside information you have about the status of the New York Jets.
Well, the overarching theme of this is going to be Aaron Glenn has no control over the New York Jets, and this is a Woody Johnson stripping Aaron Glenn control situation.
Wow, that feels like what we wanted, though, is that Aaron Glenn quietly, behind the scenes, without much noise, making stuff happen. That's why he was hired, correct?
Correct, and that has now been basically stripped of him, and it kind of was blindsided by Aaron Glenn. So we all saw the defensive coordinator hire last week, Bucher? We forgot his name already. It doesn't really matter because he's not really the DC, and this is the point.
Brian Duker.
Brian Duker.
Right. Yes.
Okay. Aaron Glenn, we all thought, Aaron Glenn just wants to call the plays. He wants to take control of his own thing. That is not the case. Aaron Glenn did come to an agreement with Wink Martindale, and Aaron Glenn was under the impression he had free reign to hire his coaches. Aaron Glenn let his coaching staff know, hey, you're free to seek other opportunities, as we had read about, and all of a sudden a month changed and everybody got fired, and we're like, well, what the hell happened? Does Aaron Glenn not know what he was doing? Aaron Glenn told those guys, hey, listen, go seek other opportunities. I'm going to try to limit the shakeups here. We're going to hire a real defensive coordinator. We're going to get this thing rolling. When he flew down to Florida to meet with Woody Johnson to get him signing on the dotted line on how much he needed to pay Wink Martindale, Woody Johnson looked Aaron Glenn dead in the eyes and said, I'm paying you $12 million. You're coaching the defense. We're not hiring a defensive coordinator when that is your background. And Aaron Glenn had to turn around on top of it. I'll get to the other coaches in a second. Fly back up and tell Wink Martindale, sorry, Wink, it's not happening.
Wow.
I got to call the defense. And it's Woody Johnson's fault.
Wow.
So it was not an Aaron Glenn Wink Martindale rift. Woody Johnson would not allow Aaron Glenn to hire Wink Martindale to call the plays. And Woody Johnson told him in that meeting, all those guys you told are staying, they're not staying. And Tanner Eggstrom isn't staying around to be part of this offense. Aaron Glenn tried to blame the quarterback. Woody didn't want to hear it. And basically, this entire staff now feels like it's one giant Woody Johnson call.
This is these are Woody hires. Woody-directed hires. And it makes sense because we heard around the Wink Martindale news that Wink was basically telling his potential assistants, we're going to New York. Start making preparations, start looking about where you want to live, those type of things. It was a done deal from the grapevine that we're hearing from Wink Martindale. And then all of a sudden, it died on the vine.
Yeah, I keep going.
All right, and then
I explode.
There's one more part of this, too.
Yeah.
The guy we kind of like that's making a lot of the good moves here, Darren Muji.
Yeah.
He has reportedly already been telling people, basically, this is a disaster and I got to get the hell out of here.
Are you kidding me?
And I'm paraphrasing. I don't have a direct
Because
quote there.
Woody has gotten hands.
Apparently, the last couple weeks, while Muji's been working things like the Senior Bowl and everything, it has basically been known around NFL circles. Muji's warning people, this is not the place you want to work.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
and Woody Johnson is not the boss you
We
want to
hear
have.
this off the record as well, not from anyone associated with the Jets, but just from others that say the same thing.
Yeah, someone told me this recently. I wanted to punch them in the face until I realized they're not doing anything wrong. They're just telling me something.
And that's it. And I get people going, Jet fans, what is this fat dope? I'm just telling you.
No. I'm gonna let me
It's
just
a Woody thing.
Let me just say this. All right.
And by the way, we know it's a Woody thing because he fired Robert Saleh after week 4 last season, or 2 seasons ago.
Here's the deal with Woody Johnson. Okay, what you just described has happened before. It is not new. The difference is Woody Johnson waits until he gets handsy. That's the difference. You just mentioned Robert Saleh getting fired. Yeah, he got fired in the middle of year 4.
Right.
That's what Woody does. Woody Johnson hires people, and to his credit, lets them do their job until they are failing, and then he gets handsy. If you're telling me, and I do believe you, I have every reason to believe you because we only got half the story on Wink Martindale. We already knew. Everyone already knew. Connor Hughes was on last week confirming it. Yeah, it was a done deal. And then something happened. He didn't have the specifics, but something happened. The something being Woody Johnson makes complete sense because he's done it before. And if you're telling me before we begin year 2 of this administration, Woody Johnson has already gotten handsy.
Jets administration, by the way.
The Jets administration. What administration do you think I was talking about?
I mean, it kind of coincides with year 2 of the other.
Oh, well, he doesn't even work for that administration anymore. Like, he doesn't even do that anymore.
Your team is very good.
Not this one. It actually fits what he does.
Yeah.
He gets handsy. And if what you're saying is true, and again, I have no reason not to believe you because it follows his track record. It's just on a timestamp that's quicker. We are so screwed as Jet fans Because the hope was, well, maybe Aaron Glenn will figure it out. Maybe Darren Muji will figure it out. Well, how are they going to figure it out if the owner is telling him, no, you can't hire your DC. You're the DC.
Right.
That's why I pay you.
Especially because now you're, from what Sean is saying, and it feels like there's no reason for us to doubt it, that guys like Darren Muji, who's actually doing a pretty good job.
He's been okay.
One,
He's only been here for a year.
Are looking for that exit ramp. You know what I mean?
Or at least the guy.
It's not like the highway is right in front of you, man, and he's just glancing out the side of you. When's that exit ramp? Right? Let me see if I can get off of here.
I think a guy like Darren Muji has all intentions of doing a good job and trying to do a good job, but already gets the feel of, I am not allowed to do the job I want to do.
No, he's not allowed. If Woody Johnson is already telling Aaron Glenn, and I don't want to hear, he's the owner, he has every right to do what he wants. Of course, no one's debating that. When you own a team, just like when you have a toy, you can play with the toy however you want. The New York Jets are a toy to Woody Johnson. So nobody waste my time by saying he has a right to do it. Of course he has a right to do it. He's the freaking owner.
Right.
And I have a right to turn a microphone on and call him a buffoon. We all do.
I love the Jets.
So if he is already getting handsy with this general manager and already telling this head coach, I'm not letting you hire that DC because I'm paying you a ton of money and you're going to do it, we are more screwed than I even realized. The Jets are more hosed than I even realized. Because usually, Woody will give you 2 to 3 years. He'll let you fail before he gets handsy. If we're doing this after 1 year, not only are the Jets screwed right now, not only is Aaron Glenn and Darren Muji dead men walking, but explain to me how anyone around the league would want to work for this. There's a reason they're toxic. They're already toxic. Well, stuff like this gets out, it's even worse.
And again, it's one thing to not have or believe that there's going to be success, but it's another to feel like, okay, success is it's hard here simply because of the way the organization is. And then I also don't have control. So I can't do things the way that I want to do things. And so if you're gonna take a job with the Jets and know that no matter what you do or believe you is going to be successful, you're going to get undercut in some regard, this job becomes less appealing. The more that stories like this become prevalent, the less likely someone with competency is taking this job.
You're 100% right. And here's the good news for Sean, because Jet fans hate Sean Morash. Every Jet fan, no matter how much they hate you, are nodding their head because deep down, they know everything you're saying checks out. Every single thing. Woody Johnson sitting in his mansion in Florida with his feet up, looking at Aaron Glenn saying, excuse me, I'm paying you $12 million a year, and now you're asking to hire an expensive DC? Get the hell out of here and call your own plays. That sounds like Woody Johnson.
Right.
Woody Johnson already getting handsy with the coaching staff after an all-time disappointing season sounds like Woody Johnson. Every single Jet fan in their right mind knows that even though you're the wrong messenger, Sean, your message is spot on. There's nothing you said that I can sit here and say, oh, that's not true. Now, the Jets could deny it because that's what they do.
Oh, and I'm sure they will.
And, of course, they will. Oh, God, Woody's not doing that. That's crazy. Yeah, that really is crazy, considering Woody wanted to bench Aaron Rodgers last year, 2 years ago. Since Woody basically came out and fired the head coach 4 weeks into his season. Oh, yeah, it's crazy. How could Woody ever do something like that? That's so absurd. It's real. It's our reality. And it's why, and I've said this to you a few times, Tiki, but I'll say it today. As you guys hire Matt Nagy under John Harbaugh, and the New York Jets are a walking mess, a walking circle of failures running around each other, these two franchises have never been more separated than the way they are right now.
No, you're right. Because the quarterbacks, the head coach, the coordinators, the feel of the direction of the organizations are going in opposite directions right now. Now, at some point, can that change if you somehow this offseason find a quarterback that feels like a veteran who can Kirk Cousins? I'm just saying, not that I want you to hit me later with Kirk Cousins. I'm just saying, someone who knows what the hell they're doing is not going to be elite, but he's certainly not going to be a disaster. You almost need that. You almost need some sort of stabilizing veteran to come in here and calm this thing. Because right now it feels like there are fires popping up everywhere.
Yeah, it's a mess. It's a disaster. I am going to take the next few minutes to try to come up with a positive for the future of the New York Jets, I will do that, and we'll present it to you in a couple of minutes, and we'll get your phone calls. Matt Nagy is the new offensive coordinator of the New York Giants, and Sean Morash, with his exclusive news, is telling us Woody Johnson is screwing up this entire offseason.